Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. With the latest news and fantasy football insights are your hosts, Howard and Will.
And welcome to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will.
Go Birds. Just had to get that out of the way right now.
Oh, wait, I messed that up. The Will.
Hey, there you go. Now it's better. Oh, Will in the house.
All right. How are we doing today?
I'm doing good. I mean, just waiting for the Super Bowl.
I know, I can't wait. So
I've heard a lot of people saying that they don't care about the Super Bowl. I do not have that feeling for obvious reasons. Have you felt the same way? Like, if people just been kind of not, have you heard people not caring about this one because of the two teams?
I can't wait till the Philadelphia Eagles play against the NFL refs.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
I'm not the only one, too. It's like, come on.
Oh no,
this is freaking ridiculous.
Have you seen? There was an interviewer at what do they call it? Media Row or whatever, Media Week, leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and he actually got up to ask on separate occasions Mahomes and Kelsey who their favorite ref is. Mahomes kind of rolled with it a little bit and played with it, and Kelsey was like, all right, who's next? Just ignored him.
And who's on your payroll?
It was great. You could tell it caught him off guard, but then he kind of rolled with it too.
See, that's what I like about Mahomes. I mean, he'll roll with it.
Oh,
yeah. And you could tell by the way he has fun with those State Farm commercials with Jake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't stand his wife. She's annoying as hell. But, like, I'm sure he's not a bad person.
I think it's Andy Reid that has the refs under contract.
That would hurt me so bad. Andy Reid, don't be that guy.
Okay. I don't think it's the Chiefs' fault. I think it's Roger Goodell's fault if there is a fix-it.
Oh, yeah. If there's something going on, I'm with you. I don't think it's the Chiefs themselves. I think it's the NFL themselves.
I think it's the push for a three-peat because it's never happened in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring so much publicity.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I saw a clip the other day. I took it one way, but other people took it a different way. And it was Mahomes and Hurts sitting up together, and they were both getting interviewed. And it was like them just bullshitting between questions or whatever it was. And Mahomes was talking about how he got an Airbnb, like pretty close in the area, and he booked it 3 months ago. A lot of people are taking that as, see, it's rigged. Why would he be booking an Airbnb 3 months before the freaking Super Bowl? I took it as he's going to the Super Bowl either way, whether he's in it or he's just spectating. He wanted to get a good spot close to the stadium. That's how I took it.
I'm sorry. If I was an NFL quarterback, I would be doing the same thing. I'd want to go to the Super Bowl. This is my league. I want to see the championship game either way. If I'm not playing in it, I want to be there because you're going to get tickets for it. Well, and you're going to be able to get good seats. I mean,
and like it or not, Mahomes is the face of the NFL right now. Of course, he's going to be at the Super Bowl one way or another. But I can see people being like, "Oh, motherfucker, it's fixed. 3 months, he knew he was going."
I know this is the off season, and there's really not much to talk about yet about him. But when Russell Wilson was with the Seahawks and he wasn't in the Super Bowl, he was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like people still go. They watch, they hang out with their friends. Like they have buddies that are playing. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like that 1 year Russell Wilson was sitting next to Roger Goodell. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that was a little.
It's like
questionable, but whatever.
Well, it was right before the trade too, so
I know. They're probably
I
talking
think,
about it,
but
like, where should I go?
yeah, it's like what's going to
I
be a
think
good fit?
Denver would be good for the league.
Yeah, it's like it's Rodgers Goodell to do the best thing for the league. I mean,
Yeah.
cheating wise, that's kind of sketchy, but I don't think it's happening. I think it's just maybe just individual refs are being dicks.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as you. Like,
That's my
the
very
refs might
hopeful
have
side.
shit going on, just like the Super Bowl with the Seahawks and the Steelers. There was some stuff going on with the refs. That wasn't an NFL thing. That was a ref thing.
Right.
It's probably the same case.
But still, it was a closer game, and there was a lot of chances Seahawks had to score points, and they just did not score points. It's like that's the thing. Yes, refs made bad calls, but there was some drops in the end zone.
Oh yeah.
It's like
hopefully this year, Eagles have the best defense in the league, and they have Saquon Barkley. It shouldn't be a problem.
I hope the Eagles do a 49er Denver treatment.
What?
Or 49ers kicked the crap out of Denver back in
that.
the 80s. Oh, you were
that was before my time, yeah. That was before
you
me.
were literally
I was thinking
you were
Go ahead.
Oh, you were literally in the hospital. I remember that because you were you were a baby and you had very bad dehydration. So you were in the hospital. That's what I remember. It could be wrong, but I do remember. I do remember.
The dehydration thing was a thing that happened with me when I was younger. Yeah. I know that.
Yeah. I do remember watching the post-game show with Joe Montana saying, "Look, I have 4 rings."
I was thinking of the Seahawks Broncos when Manning just let the ball go. Whoop, there it goes. And then it was just Seahawks the whole way after that.
Damn, the Broncos get their ass kicked in the Super Bowl a lot.
Yeah, but they also won in the Super Bowl quite a bit too.
They've won it 3 times. Those are the times I actually root for the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. Well, the last time I wanted Manning to get one more ring.
Oh, yeah. Was that the one with the No, they went after they lost to the Seahawks, right? Yeah, they played the Panthers.
Right, they went Yeah, they beat the Panthers. Oh yeah, Cam Newton was crying at the end.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyways. Let me bring up the show, Doc. Let's see what we got going on here. Dun dun. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
All right. All right. Well, let's pull up the doc. There we go. All right. So, there's been changes in coaching.
Yeah, quite a few.
It's like, let's see. Dallas no longer has what's his face.
Mike McCarthy.
Yes, that's who it is. God,
and they made the weirdest, worst head coaching signing I've seen in a long time. This makes no sense to me, but it's the Cowboys, so it makes perfect sense to me.
Well, Jerry Jones is secretly the head coach too, so you know.
Oh yeah. By the way, Brian Schottenheimer is the new coach.
He used to be the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator at one point.
Oh yeah. And then I think he was like a coordinator or something, and then they just promoted him up to head coach.
Yeah. He was the offensive coordinator for them, which did nothing because Mike McCarthy calls all the shots.
Yeah. I think that's why this one makes 0 to hardly any sense at all. Like,
yeah,
he hasn't proven himself that he can do stuff.
He needs, yeah. They have Dak.
It's on the Cowboys, so I'm cool with it.
I think they need a running back.
For
that offense. They need a big time running back.
Who they? Rico Dowdle. and freaking Zeke partway through the year.
Well, Zeke is just old and doesn't need to be in the NFL no more.
Well, I think they got rid of him halfway through the season. I don't even think he finished the season as a Cowboy.
I thought he did. I thought he was in there
Check,
still.
but I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he went to the Chargers practice squad partway.
Oh, he's
through last year.
wow. Okay. All righty.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he didn't end the season with them.
Let's see if I.
Yeah, I don't think he ever
okay.
played for the Chargers, but he was on the practice squad.
Do you know? Or okay, there's been other coaching changes too.
So the Las Vegas Raiders fired Antonio Pierce, and
that's right,
bringing back old man freaking Mr. Bubble
Pete
Yum himself,
Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
I might just have to watch the Raider games just to see Carroll run up and down the field chomping on that gum.
Have you heard who they hired as offensive coordinator?
It's probably someone that Pete Carroll's close to.
Well, he has previous ties to the Eagles. It's Chip Kelly.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
So the team's not going to be very good. They're probably not going to win a lot of games, but that's going to be a fast-paced offense, and they are going to run a lot of plays. It's probably going to be pretty good for fantasy, at least the first year.
You know what? Now I'm starting to think Russell Wilson has to go there. A fast-paced offense.
They have no quarterback. I have heard rumors of him signing there.
I think Russell Wilson would be great in the fast-paced offense.
Yeah, if he's still got it. But getting rid of him, was that part of Pete's decision? Like, did he see something that nobody else did? Or was that the organization and Pete's like, no, we should have kept him?
It was a mutual decision between Pete and Russell. Because apparently they had some issues between them two, those two.
Okay.
But apparently it's came out recently that they've patched their relationship up.
Okay, I was going to say, I mean, if there's still like beef there, I don't know if Pete's going to want him as the quarterback.
But I think Russell Wilson wants to stay in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I'd imagine so. If Pittsburgh and the Raiders were my options, I'd want to stay in Pittsburgh too.
Right. So I think Pittsburgh, if they want to keep him, they're going to keep him, obviously.
What?
So, so if the Pittsburgh Steelers wants him, he wants to stay.
Okay.
But I think if he doesn't go to Pittsburgh, I bet you he's going to go to Pete Carroll.
I mean, I could see it happening.
Because Raiders is the team that a lot of old players go to die.
Yeah, as of late, anyway.
Or it's also a team where players that is not wanted by any other team. That's usually where they go.
Oh yeah.
And it's been that way since Madden.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be nice seeing Pete Carroll back in the league. Yeah, let's pass the ball. Oh wait, no, I'm a running quarterback or running coach.
Let's see.
Stupid Pete. Bless you.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, did you see? Oh, I know this is not fantasy football talk. This is about our recording device. Do you see we can pause the recording now?
What? We can't?
We can pause the recording.
You might be able to. You might be able to.
I do because, well, yeah, I got the controls in front of me, but you can pause it now.
Well,
and it looks like you can make
stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh, I bet that would make making chapters a lot easier.
Yep.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So
Buffy's
anyway.
dreaming. She's like yipping in her sleep. Sorry. Yeah, all I hear from over there is. I'm like,
all right. Let's see. Sleeper doesn't have a lot on the coaching.
I got the list up here. I can just run through them real quick if you want me.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's run.
Jaguars hired Liam Cohen. I'm not really sure who that is. Offensive coordinator, they got Grant Udinsky. Used to be assistant offensive coordinator and quarterback coach for the Vikings. So who knows? Let's see, the Jets signed Aaron Glenn for coach. I don't really know who that is. Tanner Engstrand is the offensive coordinator, who was the passing game coordinator for the Lions. Then they also have Steve Wilkes for the defensive coordinator.
See, the Jets don't need a passing game coordinator. Just hand the freaking ball off to Brees.
Yeah, well, or get a quarterback that's not Aaron Rodgers on his fucking deathbed.
Well,
is Aaron Rodgers in New York this next year?
No, he's not.
No.
It sounds like Aaron Glenn is going to want to go his own way. From what I'm hearing from other shows. It sounds like Aaron Glenn, Aaron Rodgers. Wow. Aaron is going to be going somewhere else. Unfortunately, he is not going to follow. He's not going to follow in Brett Favre's footsteps because Minnesota does not need a quarterback.
No.
They have a rookie.
Do you think they're going to roll? Do you think they're rolling with McCarthy?
I think they're going to roll with McCarthy. Because I think the one quarterback there is Sam
Darnold.
So I got the Sam right. Okay, Sam Darnold, the Darnoldnator from a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get offered a bunch of money to be a starting quarterback somewhere, and then disappoint that whole fan base.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Because he just fit with the Minnesota Vikings team. So
yeah, it just happened to work out. I don't know what magic happened. He trailed off towards the end of the season there, but started showing true Sam Darnold again.
Yeah.
All right. Chicago Bears, they have hired Ben Johnson from the Lions. So this is probably the one I'm most excited about. Things he did for the Lions offense, I am excited to see what he can do with the weapons in Chicago and see how Caleb Williams handles that kind of coordinator or coach, I guess.
I'm excited to see Caleb Williams break out next year.
Yeah. Bears also have Declan Doyle as their offensive coordinator. And then coming over from being fired from the Saints, Dennis Allen will be the Bears defensive coordinator.
Cool.
At least it's not offense, so he should be okay.
I like seeing some of these head coaches when they get their shots and they fail, go back to what made them famous in the first place.
Well, yeah, because you can be amazing at a coordinator position and then just suck at being a head coach. Just go back to what you're good at, man. It's fine. It's cool.
Who
you don't have to be the face.
Was it the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator? Or who? There was a team that their offensive coordinator was up for a head coaching job.
Okay.
And they basically said, no, I'm sticking with my team.
Oh.
I think it might have been Buffalo.
Maybe. That sounds familiar. I forget exactly who it is, though. But yeah, I mean, And like depending on the options of teams out there, like right now, I think the Saints are the only ones left. Oh no, they actually signed. Oh yeah, I think they're the only ones that still have an opening, and no one wants it.
You know what? Promote Taysom Hill to head coach. And now he's done everything on the team.
That'd be so great. It'd be so terrible, but so great.
He could be one of the playing coach. They used to have him back in the day.
That nowadays, like, is that possible? Like, could that happen? I know it never will, but could it?
Well, you'd have to have a good backup coach because you might get injured when you're out there.
I mean, you can still coach if you like break an arm or something. You just stand there and
just prop me up on the gurney. Get me up on the gurney, prop it up. Give me my clipboard and the headphones.
All right, be good to go.
Quick, roll me down the sideline.
All right, so I have one more that I'm seeing here for head coaching change. Mike Vrabel is going to be a head coach again in New England. I believe he played for New England, didn't he?
He played. He's won a couple of Super Bowls with them.
Yeah, okay.
So he's familiar.
I remember him doing pretty good the first couple of years he was in Tennessee as coach, and then it kind of went downhill from there. So
yeah, Tennessee's got. Well, Tennessee traded away their quarterback, I think, or did they just let him walk?
I don't know. Fucking Levis sucks.
Oh yeah, who was that? Oh, whatever.
So the Patriots. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think of the quarterback that was the Tennessee's quarterback for a few years that did pretty good.
Tannehill?
But didn't do Tannehill. That's who it is.
Came over from Miami.
But yeah, he got drafted by Miami and then left, and then did good in Tennessee, and then went to
and then sucked again.
Atlanta. Yeah,
I don't even know.
Anyways,
the Patriots.
Sorry, back to New England.
They're getting Josh McDaniels back as offensive coordinator. Dude can't make it anywhere, and then just comes back to New England. It's his fail-safe, apparently. And then
Bob Kraft loves that guy.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Like, he's not great. Anyway, Terrell Williams is going to be the Patriots' defensive coordinator. And let's see if there's any other coordinator changes I missed. Texans are getting Nick Caley. Used to be tight ends coach for the Rams. Seahawks have Clint Kubiak as the OC now. So that'll be interesting. The Cubes.
Yep. Gary Kubiak's son.
Yeah. So the Lions promoted from within. Their linebacker coach is now their defensive coordinator. I'm not seeing a name. And then Robert Saleh, after taking a season off from getting fired, is going to be the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. So going back to San Francisco.
Nice. Cool.
I think that's it.
Let's mess up that 49er defense.
Yeah, make it worse. I think he's pretty good at defense stuff. He just wasn't great at coaching, like head coaching.
Well, he'll get another shot. Hopefully, it's a better team than the Jets.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Jets are good at NFL.
No, they aren't. I feel like that franchise just isn't run very well. Actually, there's a few of those franchises in the NFL.
Cleveland. Oh, excuse me.
Yep, nope, that was the other one I was thinking of. Oh, wait, you sneezed. Sorry. You didn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Cleveland, Deshaun Watson has messed up his leg again. He ruptured his Achilles tendon after it got repaired. And he's going to be possibly done for his career.
That guy.
I heard them talking on the radio. Yes, I still listen to radio.
Happened.
That Cleveland might have loopholes to get out of the contract due to injury stuff.
I did see something about that.
He was, after his surgery, he was walking without the boot.
That's right. I did hear something
stupid.
about that.
And that could go against his contract. Just straight up stupidity clause.
Well, it'd be good for Cleveland. Cut them a break.
Yeah.
Bring back Baker Mayfield.
I think Baker likes to where he's at.
Yeah, he's not leaving. He's staying in Tampa Bay.
I heard I've heard another podcast talk about how Baker Mayfield has just found his team.
Oh yeah, and it happens that way sometimes. Like sometimes you just don't click with certain coaches, coordinators, schemes, whatever, and sometimes you just find that fit.
Also on that same list is Jared Goff too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Towards the end of his tenure with the Rams, he kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You know, they had a shot at making the Super Bowl and then screwed it up.
I don't think it screwed it up. I think it was Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they just played a hell of a game. And
they got Daniel.
That's right. They got put in their place the next game.
They got Jaden. I'm trying to mess with it.
It's a work in progress. You got JD.
There we go. Got JD. Got rookie of the year.
Copyright pending.
Yep. So, let's see. Is that all the coaches?
Yeah, that's all I could find.
See, any other news? Oh, look, it sounds like the Rams are working with Cooper Kupp to trade him.
Yep. So like normally the team will announce like, hey, we're going to be seeking a trade for this player. He posted, hey, the team's going to be seeking a trade for me. Thought that was kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever.
Yep.
Myles Garrett has requested a trade as well. And it's defense.
Oh, cool.
But a hell of a defensive player.
Seattle will take you.
There's a lot of people, and I don't know if it's just because I'm in the Eagleverse. I just came up with that one. Don't steal that from me. But a lot of people are thinking that the Eagles have picks and capital and the willingness to actually go trade for him. So, Myles Garrett, Billy wants
you. Justin Tucker has been hanging out with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, guys. Come on, man. What are you doing? Just get a normal massage, you weirdos.
It was rumored that it was Deshaun Watson, or it was Justin Tucker who took off Deshaun Watson's boot.
They're just hanging out together doing stuff. Well, and with the Tucker thing, like I saw, like there's been reports from like 4 years ago on it, so it's not a recent thing. It's just recently coming out.
Oh,
like he released a statement denying all of it, of course, but like, yeah, there's tweets from like 2021, 2022 saying like, oh, Justin Tucker can't be in this massage parlor. Oh yeah, he got kicked out of this one too. So yeah, just get a normal massage, guys. Why you gotta be weirdos?
Yeah, and stop going to the massage parlors that look like a house.
Or know where you're going first so you don't ask and then it's a big deal when it's not. Hey, you wanna finish this up? We're not that place. Oh, sorry. Like, know where you're going first, man. I do not condone this behavior for anybody listening. Let's just get that out there now.
I want that happy ending massage. No.
Sir, this is a Chinese restaurant.
Give you a fortune cookie.
Yeah, more people making stupid decisions.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, dang. Oh, Matthew Stafford plans a return in 2025.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Oh, okay. Back to the Steelers real quick. The owner, Art Rooney, anticipates signing one of either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson this offseason. So they are going to make a decision about who's going to be their main quarterback. Personally,
Do you
I love.
go for it?
Oh, I'd say I love Russell Wilson, but for the long run, they should choose Fields and just try to develop his quarterback skills.
Do you think if they do go with Fields that they could still search out a starting quarterback and just have Fields as the backup? Or do you think if they keep Fields, he's going to be the starter? Or if that's the intent?
I think he's going to be the starter.
Okay.
Because they do have a sample size of him starting, and they were like what 3-1 or
Yeah, they
4-1.
weren't bad. I mean, he
four
didn't look great, but yeah, their record wasn't bad.
He was a game manager. That's basically all he was, and he did run the ball a lot. And you know, if they could just develop his arm and his quarterback skills like Buffalo did with Josh Allen,
Yeah.
they could have a
Okay.
really good quarterback on their hand.
So are you saying Josh Allen, Justin Fields, same? Justin
No,
Fields is just
I'm
as good
just-
as Josh Allen. That's what I heard, Howard.
No, I'm just saying that if they could develop his football skills like the Buffalo Bills did with Josh Allen,
Okay.
he would be a better player.
Okay. Justin Fields, 4th round pick. Gotcha.
What Buffalo did with Josh Allen, they created an MVP.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, his throwing percentage sucked the first couple of years, and then he just turned it around somehow, which doesn't happen all the time.
No, he just needed somebody to tell him, hey, drop your elbow just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or don't land on your throwing shoulder when you're running.
Right? Or, hey, you can slide sometimes. That's cool.
Exactly. Slide like mother. Anyway. All right, let's see. Got anything else we can need? I don't know. I'm looking through the news. There's not a lot to really.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a whole lot going on.
Ooh, Deontay Johnson just got waived by the Texans. Ooh, wow.
Hasn't he been on like 6 teams in like 6 months?
Yes, he has.
What the hell, man? What is up with that dude?
Well,
Like
it's like they were talking about this. How? Hello?
Yeah, man. Are you here?
Oh, okay. It sounded like you cut out for a second.
Oh no, I was just listening to you.
Anyway. Oh, okay. Well, I heard that as soon as he got signed by the was it Texans or whatever, he was complaining about playing time. Like,
Okay.
dude,
And
you just came off the
actually,
street.
That Texans
was
news
it?
is old, Howard. He was with the Ravens towards the end.
Raven. Okay.
But in the
I'm just scrolling
2024
through
season,
Sleeper.
he was on the Panthers, the Ravens, the Texans, and then back to the Ravens in 2024.
Yep.
Like, what
Too
is
bad.
up with him? Like, he's got to be like a disease in the locker room or something.
So, all right, we're going to take this opportunity to move on. just like Deontay Johnson should do.
Yeah, just retirement.
All right. We are going to talk about fantasy's biggest letdowns.
Yes. So, and by that, so with our MVP episode we did, I think that was the last episode we did. The research showed like those guys that jumped in ADP and where they finished, but then there was also guys that got drafted really high and did not meet their expectations. So I just got a few names at each position. I'll just kind of run through them, where they were drafted, where they finished, kind of thing, and then we can kind of talk about them. I'll start with the quarterbacks. I have 5. We got Patrick Mahomes, was drafted as the QB2, middle of the 3rd round. He finished as the QB 11. Jordan Love was the QB 9, beginning of the 7th round, finished as the QB 17. Trevor Lawrence is kind of a borderline one because he was drafted beginning of the 11th round, but he was QB 16 drafted, finished at 27. And then the big ones I noticed were CJ Stroud was drafted at the beginning of the 5th round as the quarterback 5, finished as the quarterback 18. And the big one, Anthony Richardson, one spot after CJ Stroud, drafted as the QB 6, finished at 25. These guys did not help your teams. Mahomes, maybe. Jordan Love at times. But, like, as a whole, these guys did not deliver on where they were drafted at all.
Okay. Like, personally, I want to add something like for the first half of the season, he was very disappointing to have in my starting lineup, and that's Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was not scoring anything the first half of the season. First half of the season, he was under 20 every single week, and sometimes under 15. Let's see, who else could I mean, Dak Prescott was pretty disappointing too.
So the only reason I didn't include Dak in there, and I would have loved to, everybody knows my hatred for Dallas, was he got injured. I felt like that wasn't really fair. But for where he was drafted, I believe he was drafted fairly high. So yes, he also hurt your team, but the injury, I chose to leave him out just because of that.
Yeah, according to Fantasy Football Focus, Dak was average was 8.8.
What do you mean average 8.8?
The 8th quarterback off the board.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Within the top 10.
So yeah, he also hurt you, but
so yeah.
Any other quarterbacks you want to talk about, or
I think
about
that's
any of the
all
ones that?
I mean, you covered a few of them. I mean, Aaron Rodgers maybe. I know he didn't go that high, but if for Aaron Rodgers, that what he did in New York was very disappointing to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, and that one translated over into freaking everybody. Brees, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams benefited from it once he got traded.
For I got one more that was average drafted after Aaron Rodgers, and that's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
But
personally, I didn't have a lot of hope because of the injury. But
well, yeah, and also that was kind of a happy disappointment because now you gave away for the rookie to actually get in there, and his career is more brighter than it was a year ago after they drafted him.
Yeah, that was that situation was going to go one of two ways, and
man. And Penix benefit from it, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, good for him.
So
I'll be
yeah.
interested to see what happens with Kirk Cousins. Like, do they use him as a backup? Do they try to trade him? Do they cut him? Because I'm sure he's on the hook for a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know it's a lot.
No. Yeah, they gave him a ton of money.
Yeah.
So
All right.
maybe he'll
Want
do it.
to move on to running backs?
Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Do
Doof
it.
it. So I'll just get the obvious one out of the way. This one affected a lot of people because the injury didn't come out until after you already drafted. After the season started,
Yeah.
you drafted Christian McCaffrey with a 101, and he finished at 73 at the position because he was injured all year.
Yeah.
Super cool. Another one that I put on here that got affected by injury, but still kind of let you down. He went at the end of the second round as the running back 12, finished at 62. That was Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
When he was playing, he was doing good at the beginning of the year, but then he got injured and it just couldn't get back. And when he did get back, he wasn't really useful. The other big one here, well, I have Rashad White. He was taken as the running back 14. Towards the back of the third round, finished at the running back 24, so didn't get quite the return you wanted. Kenneth Walker was the 16th running back taken, finished at 29, got him in the fourth round. And then the two big ones, Travis Etienne, you took him towards the beginning of the second round as the 7th running back, and he finished at 39. And then Breece Hall went around the 106 as the running back 2 in a lot of places, and he finished at 18.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed you over a little bit if you took any of those guys.
Well, I have Brees Hall on my maximum effort team, and he was a pain in my ass all year. I mean, he was still putting up close to double digits, so I couldn't really bench him because he was giving me points.
Yeah,
but he
and that's
wasn't
part of the problem.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the RB1.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be my game winner,
Oh yeah.
and he wasn't, and especially at being taken the second running back off the board.
When he was going as the 6th overall pick.
Yeah.
Like, he was somebody's first pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Any other running backs you want to mention or talk about any of these guys more?
You hit all mine that I had. Brees Hall was the number one. Okay. And McCaffrey, I guess I drafted McCaffrey in the best ball league. Didn't affect me too much. It just kind of hurt my best ball team because it took away one of my options.
Well, yeah.
So
yeah, best ball is weird like that.
Yeah. Well, you can set up to change if you want to, at least in the sleeper app.
Yeah, I think traditional best ball is you just don't get to change. That's your team.
Right.
Go for it.
Which sucks, especially since San Francisco hid that injury from everybody.
I think
until
that
the first week.
That was the one that hurt a lot of people. If you had the 101, obviously, if you didn't have the 101, so a 12th of every league got really hurt.
Yeah. So let's see.
All right. Want to move on to wide receivers?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll kind of jump around on these. I'll go from drafted later to drafted earlier. So DK Metcalf went towards the beginning of the fourth round as the wide receiver 18, finished at 34. JSN kind of took over that team, I think.
Yes.
And Geno just didn't have great quarterback play most of the year.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah. And then next, even before DK Metcalf, at 403, the wide receiver 20, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. Jalen Waddle, he finished as the wide receiver 48. there was a lot of expectation for the wide receivers in Miami, and then Tua gets hurt, and those all kind of went out the window.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp went at the back of the third round, wide receiver 17, finished at 39. And even his teammate Puka went at the beginning of the second round as the wide receiver 8, finished at wide receiver 33. That team as a whole just didn't do great. Let's see, what do we got here?
It was that first part of the season for them, the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they finally got it together towards the end, but that first half was rough for them.
Yeah, which sucked for the Seattle Seahawks because they were on top most of the year, and then just couldn't close it out.
The like division tiebreaker, that thing was so stupid. It was like strength of wins or some stupid thing.
Yeah, strength of schedule, or it's like,
well, because they went to like the fourth tiebreaker or something.
Yeah.
All right. Beginning of the third round, the 302, 10th wide receiver off the board, Deebo Samuel. He finished at 44. The one I kind of figured was going to be a disappointment compared to where he was drafted, rookie Marvin Harrison Jr., taken as the wide receiver 9, beginning of the second round, finished at 26. And then the big one. So the first 2 picks of the draft typically were kind of thrown away because Tyreek Hill, taken at the 102 as the wide receiver 1, finished as the wide receiver 23. Again, like we said, with Jalen Waddle, Tua went out. There was issues for that whole team. So it wasn't just him, but still not what you're looking for from the second pick of the draft.
We were just on the same page today, which is amazing.
Numbers don't lie, man. Numbers don't lie.
But I do want to throw in something. One person, I kind of think CeeDee Lamb was kind of disappointing a little bit.
Yeah, I thought about adding him, but again, with the Dak injury, which I guess I could have done the same thing with Tyreek and stuff, but maybe I just have a bias against the Cowboys. Sorry, I don't know.
He hates Dallas so much he won't even put him in the disappointing list.
This one, okay. Most of the time I do it on purpose. I don't think I did it on purpose on this one. I think I might have. I don't know.
I'd say CeeDee Lamb was probably borderline. I was bringing him up because he did still help you out a little bit if you had him.
Yes. Let's see. Where did he go in drafts? Let me look that up real quick.
CeeDee Lamb?
Well, he did go as the second wide receiver. So
yes.
Yeah, I probably should have added him in this list, but whatever. Actually, let me look up where he finished real quick before I actually say.
Overall, the top 3 players that got drafted overall were disappointing, kind of.
So I didn't add CeeDee Lamb because he still finished as a wide receiver 9.
Oh, okay. He was
2 to 9. It was only 7 spots. He was still top 10. That's why I didn't add him.
Like I said, kind of borderline.
Yeah, I mean, taken as the second wide receiver, you don't want the wide receiver 9 at the end of the year, so it's still disappointing, but I mean, still got a top 10 dude.
Yes. So,
all right, we got a tight end. Or did you have any other wide receivers?
No, you actually hit everyone that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through all these tight ends.
Yeah. I wrote down 4 just because I wanted more than just 1 or 2. I'll just start at the bottom of the list. Okay. One of my shotgun players, Evan Ingram, went as the tight end 8. At the back of the 6th round, finished as the tight end 36. And then right around him was Jake Ferguson, who went as the tight end 9. At the back of the 7th round, finished as the tight end 34. Dalton Kincaid was taken at the beginning of the 5th round as the tight end 5, finished at 28. And
Very
then I have,
disappointing there.
oh yeah, I think that was probably the biggest disappointment in terms of like disparity. But then
Yes.
also Travis Kelce. He was taken at the
Oh,
beginning of the 3rd round, 304, the number 1 tight end in most leagues, finished at the tight end 10, which typically top 10, that's not bad. At the tight end position, if you're not top 5, top 3, you didn't do great.
nope.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But every year, tight ends just suck.
I mean, yeah. Travis Kelce to me is very disappointing. So was Dalton Kincaid because I was so hopeful for that stack on my team,
Yeah.
and I just never got it. I ended up benching him and putting Njoku in.
Oh, yeah.
But
and then also
have,
another one that I didn't put on here just because he went from 2 to 6, but Sam Laporta. Beginning of the season, he was so disappointing. But I couldn't really justify putting him on this list just because he did drop 4 spots, but you still weren't happy with him.
All right. Do we want to do kickers? No, we don't.
I did no research because I forget kickers are in fantasy football a lot of times.
Well,
This is Justin
I
Tucker
do
getting
have
a
to
rubbing
say,
tug.
well, Justin Tucker did not have the greatest year either.
Yeah, because he knew shit was going down.
Yep. He was the number 1 overall kicker to be taken, which he usually is every single year. And I think that's what this. He ended up the 14th kicker.
I'll be honest, on any given week, I could not tell you who my kicker is on any of my teams, usually.
You stream them?
Yeah, I just take whoever's highest available that week. Or
Well, normally in when I have Justin Tucker, he's just in there until his bye week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll
And
draft the guy super late, and then he's in until the bye week, and then I'll just take best available.
Oh, yeah, because kickers, it's like they're so unpredictable because some kickers, they're good, but then any given year, they can be bad,
Oh, yeah. Like, beginning of the season, Brandon Aubrey was great. Into the season, I don't think he was as great as he was in the first half.
So, yes. All right. That was a good segment.
Yeah.
So, I did have, I don't know if you want to talk about this on air or off air. A new league.
We can
Maybe
mention it and then kind of get details figured out later.
Okay, so we're working on ideas for a new league to replace one of our other dynasty leagues. I don't know if we wanted to be dynasty or redraft. That's all stuff we could discuss too later. But we're thinking about.
So I already have an idea to replace that league. So
okay. Oh, okay.
Another league.
Well, then, this would be another new league. Yeah. This would be my idea for a new league. Since you already have an idea for the other league, cool.
I just figured I was commissioned, so I'll just fucking commission to the new one too.
Okay. So I was thinking of maybe if there's interest enough for it, to have a league with the listeners.
Yep.
The people who listen to the league. I know we do have a little bit of a following. So if interest is up there, maybe I'll do a league and we can all be in it together, and then we can focus on that, talking about that league throughout the year on the podcast. We'll have a little segment for that league. And then you guys literally will be a part of the show. So if you guys are interested,
just leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Sorry, Howard. That's okay. Leave a comment. Can you do personal messages on YouTube?
Ooh, I'm not sure about that. I think commenting is the best way to do that, and it kind of helps the algorithm see that we have engagement on our posts and stuff.
I could also can we put a poll on YouTube?
We will have to do some research on that, possibly.
Because I could always put a poll on the Jesus.
Spotify?
On the Spotify side, because I do have the access to polls when I drop those in.
Okay.
But I want to think we'll check into maybe if there's a poll to be popped on for YouTube, I'll put that on there too. So when I drop the episode. So if you're interested, let us know somehow, some way, and then we got some time to work on it and talk about it and go from there.
Yeah, we still have a whole off season.
Yep. Well, so and other than that, I have nothing else.
Yeah, I think that's all I had.
Okay. So once again, thank you very much for listening to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will. I don't know. Every time I say Howie and Will, it comes out like it sounds like I'm saying the Will, but I'm not trying to. Weird. So,
maybe I'll just own
you
it.
guys have
The Will.
The Will. We got his nickname, the Will. Anyway, you guys have a good week. You'll hear us next week.
Yeah, and I'll either be super depressed or super happy. So go Birds.
Oh yeah, predictions. Birds are going to kick the snot out of at the end of this week, there still will be no three-peat in the NFL.
If everything goes how it should in the universe, that will be a true statement.
I understand his caution.
Yeah. I don't want to say refs, but refs.
I'm not the Eagles fan, so I can make bold predictions like that.
Yeah, if I go against the Eagles, like I'm gonna get so much hate from everybody. Like, no, it's Eagles all the way. We got this.
All the way. All right. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe to help us continue to grow. Also, follow us on our socials and join us again next